Right then, lads and lasses, how we're doing, and welcome back to the channel. You might not have seen my face in a while, but don't worry about that. That is the last thing you need to realise right now. I'm here to tell you, Newcastle United have just agreed a club record package to sign a striker. We're not talking any Johan Visser or any Jorgen Strand Larsen, who could be viewed as an imminent Callum Wilson replacement. We're talking about a striker of potential calibre that's replacing Alexander Isak. You heard it correctly. A package of £65 million, €80 million to a club over in Germany. Might be the most evident time I've ever said it, but without further ado, let's get into it. This has came out of absolutely nowhere, and I'm not going to lie, of course, we will get onto the player. I don't know too much about this guy, which in theory makes it all the more suspenseful. I'm dying to see this guy play. So, without further ado, according to Fabrizio Romano, Nico Woltemade, or I should say Nick, that's his nickname, Nick Woltemade to Newcastle, yeah. We go. An agreement is in place after an official bid sent by Newcastle to Stuttgart was accepted, of course, by Stuttgart for a fee over €80 million plus add-ons, by the way. Over €80 million. The medical is in England in the next 24 hours. We've got even more news on that, so stay tuned. With travel being arranged right now, as we'll see in a few seconds, that is definitely arranged. A long-term deal is agreed with Woltemade and Newcastle, who, of course, the player has said yes to joining the club. Where the hell has this came from? Now, I was thinking that Newcastle were just signing Visser or Strand Larsen, and we were really struggling on signing these players. Yasir Al-Rumayam, or someone from Newcastle United's scouting network or in the transfer department, has done a secret mission to Germany and pulled an absolute blinder. Now, yet again, I'm always going to be very, very honest with you lot. If I know something about the player, I'll say, this guy is this guy is that. I don't know that much about the 23-year-old 6'6" striker. I do know that he scored 17 goals in all competitions for Stuttgart last season. I believe he made 34 appearances in the Bundesliga and scored 12 goals there. 5 goals in the DFB Pokal, I believe it is, essentially the German FA Cup, as we all know. But I don't know if it's like dopamine I'm feeling right now or whatever the hell it is, because this is an immense transfer. Like, he is very, very highly rated in the footballing world. I'm pretty sure we all know that. Apparently, he had like a fantastic campaign with Germany's under-21s or under-23s, whatever age bracket that is. I believe he might have got top goal scorer or player of the tournament, some sort of great achievement in that tournament. But nevertheless, we've also got not only backup from Craig Hope, who actually broke this story before Fabrizio Romano, alongside Sky Sports and Keith Downey, but particularly on Keith Downey, he does say that the medical for Woltemade is happening today. He is flying into Newcastle tonight to sign a club record deal with Newcastle United. I really can't believe I'm relaying these news here, by the way. Like, yet again, I thought we were going to pay over the odds of like £50 million, Brentford value in Johan Visser. It's £60 million, and we've went and got one of the most highly rated strikers in Europe for just about that price. Of course, it is a transfer record fee for Newcastle. It's more than what we paid for Alexander Isak, who we'll get onto in a second. I really don't know what to say right now. I'm just absolutely buzzing. But yet again, on Alexander Isak, it does look like that is his replacement. It's not the calibre of player you would think is a Callum Wilson replacement. That, with all due respect, I love Jorgen Strand Larsen and Johan Visser. I've always said that. But yeah, with all due respect, they are Callum Wilson replacements. It's quite obvious that they are. They could not, with all due respect, fit in the shoes of Alexander Isak. Woltemade, however, 23 years old, younger than Isak. I think he could be classed as that Alexander Isak replacement. So what does that mean for Newcastle though? Because let's be honest, Alexander Isak is not leaving Newcastle for the price we are paying for Woltemade. Of course, £65 million. We paid around that for Alexander Isak back in the day. That £150 million price tag has been mooted by Newcastle to Liverpool. Will they actually pay that? Will Newcastle want that much now that they have their main man who looks to replace the Swedish striker? Now, in my opinion, I don't think Liverpool will pay £150 million for Isak, and more to the point, I don't think they actually need Isak. So paying £150 million for a player who, albeit as much as he's disrespected us this summer, I have to be honest, he is absolutely amazing. He is arguably the best striker in the entire world. But do they actually need to spend £150 million on a player who's not going to make that much a difference? That's, we need to really realise what we're saying here. That much a difference in comparison to the players that's already in their squad. I mean, the attacking depth they've got: Salah, Gakpo. It's unbelievable, really. Even Florian Wirtz coming from midfield. You've got Gravenberch. A phenomenal squad. Alexander Isak would just be the cherry on the cake for all of that. But nevertheless, I don't believe that Liverpool will want to pay £150 million for Isak. And to be quite honest, I don't blame them. And I don't think that Newcastle will be setting out for that price tag yet again now that they have their main man. Probably around £130 million. I know I'm not on the board of directors at Newcastle, but that's something that I would accept for the Swedish striker, because let's be honest, now that we have got Woltemade, I genuinely don't want Alexander Isak whatsoever. I've always said that for the way he's went on with Newcastle, treated the fans, Eddie Howe, and of course his teammates, not bothering to turn up with all the rest of it. But £130 million would just about do it. Let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen. That is a lot of money. That's double the price what we're paying for Woltemade right now. We can bring in other replacements, hopefully, and another striker. So we've still got that William Masula, Woltemade, and another striker to rely on. Whether that is Johan Wissa, I mean, he definitely expects to still come to Newcastle United. That's been his dream. And it was also reported earlier today. I might not pick up on it in this video, but it was reported by Craig Hope, I believe, that Wissa still wants his promise to be fulfilled by by Brentford to join Newcastle and become their number 9. And he also wants the number 9 shirt. I'm not going to lie, Wissa, I really, really want you at Newcastle, but I need my main man, who we are paying a club record fee, a striker, to have that number 9 shirt. I'm not going to lie. But there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my days, the Champions League draws just happened for Newcastle United, and this is completely eclipsed it. This day has been an all-timer. Do you know what? I woke up today thinking that, you know what it is? It's just going to be a slow day. It's just going to be the Champions League draw, and I can't wait for it, bearing in mind what a Champions League draw that was. Barcelona at home, Paris Saint-Germain away. I think you and me are feeling the same emotions when that one got through. Leverkusen away, I believe it is. Benfica at home. Of course, they knocked us out of the Europa League in the 2012-13 campaign. I can't remember the rest of the draws. What is it? PSV. I know we've also got... Never mind, I can't remember. I did try to get it on my computer there, but I actually can't remember. Nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, it is, with everything considered, Marseille away. A box office draw, to say the least. We've got some very rigid fixtures in there. Some ones we can undoubtedly win. But nevertheless, the Champions League draw somehow has been eclipsed by a Newcastle United transfer record signing. And I've not actually got the away shirt, but I'm not going to lie. Woltemade, number 9, on the back of a long-sleeved away shirt is going to go beautiful in my opinion. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. I forgot to tell you all, if you did enjoy the video, hit the thumbs up button. I'm absolutely sweating here out of complete joy, by the way, talking about this transfer news. Oh my god, I'm expecting big things from this guy, by the way. The amount of pressure he's got on him, of course, with the whole Alexander Isak saga coming in to replace him, which he is, by the way, and he pretty much knows that. Newcastle dying out for a striker, Anthony Gordon having to fulfill in Alexander Isak's place, Gordon getting sent off. Oh my days. And could Woltemade be playing for Newcastle on Saturday against Leeds? We'll just have to wait and see, ladies and gentlemen. But nevertheless, Newcastle have agreed a club record deal for 23-year-old German striker, 17 goals in all competitions for Stuttgart last season, Nico Woltemade. And of course, he's due on Tyneside today. So there we have it. If you did enjoy the video, hit the thumbs up button. I've been Geordie Josh. Go and enjoy your day, people.